Welcome to the best 5-minute wine podcast with Forrest Kelly.
We wrap up our conversation with Damon Raque of BottleBank.com.
And I was shocked at how difficult it was.
Best 5-minute wine podcast.
Last question. So, doing this whole thing from when you started up until current, as we talk now, an obstacle. Has there been some obstacles where it was like, okay, this could go either way? I don't know if I've overcome this.
Countless.
Oh, yeah.
Countless obstacles. The first one that was challenging was finding the right location. I was shocked at how difficult it was to find the right location, not only geographically, but the size of the space, the accessibility of the space, the ingress, the egress, the size, the shape, the ceiling height, all of those factors came into play, and identifying a space to begin with. Then the process of working with the landlord and negotiating a deal that economically made sense was a lot of work. We went through that process 4 or 5 times before we found the space that we're currently in. And then once you have the space, that space has to be tailored specifically around the rules and regulations around what we're trying to do. So as an example, storing wine versus purchasing wine versus consuming wine, all of those are different businesses and different licenses in terms of a liquor license, and really kind of controls what you can do operationally and how you can do it. So figuring that out in addition to the zoning is a big process. And then the latest thing that we've dealt with, Forrest, is when you think about 1,000 individual wine vaults in a 3,000 square foot wine vault, the number of bottles times the average weight of a bottle, you're talking about literally tens of thousands of pounds. So it dawned on us, we probably, since we're not on a slab, we need to look at the structural integrity of the floor. So then we had to get structural engineers involved. They had to come out, do a site visit, had to do all the engineering calculations to see, if the floor was strong enough. Turns out it wasn't. So that modified the design. And then you look at different ways to reinforce the floor. And, there's steel beams, there's columns, and now they have this carbon fiber wrap. It's literally like wallpaper that they plaster on the floor that's made of carbon fiber, and they layer it up to bolster the strength of the floor. So things you never in a million years thought you would be dealing with that just kind of come up out of necessity. So it's been a long, interesting journey for sure.
Oh, that wallpaper carbon fiber wrap, they don't give that away, do they?
Yeah, cool. Unfortunately, they don't. Unfortunately, they don't. And, we're still waiting on pricing for that. So I'll have to send you a message to let you know. So we'll see if that's a feasible option or not.
I think when I go to Home Depot today to pick up a light bulb, I think I'll ask the guy, what aisle is the carbon fiber wrap section? What aisle is that in?
That's right. It's been a process. So everyone said, hey, this is such a great concept. You should scale this thing. And 15 of them in all the major cities. And I'm going, man, I can't even imagine. Because again, every municipality is different. So the liquor laws in Georgia are different than Texas, different than California. And the zoning requirements in Los Angeles are different than they are in Newport Beach. And, all of that factors into the business. So all that needs to be researched and understood. And it's attorneys and specialists and all that stuff. We haven't even began to build out the space. So, I know dealing with contractors and subcontractors, and there's going to be things that are going to come up in the build out process that we're unaware of at this point. But, that's what makes it fun. You pivot, and that uncertainty kind of breeds inspiration. It breeds creativity. It breeds collaboration, and that's part of the process. So we'll get there.
What's your full-time job besides this?
This is my full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I again left a career in sales and consulting about 4 years ago, and decided to focus on BottleBank exclusively. So
you got a list of all the activities you got to do for the day?
Correct.
To make BottleBank happen. Okay. Looking forward to it. Next time I'm in Atlanta, I'll definitely stop by and say hi and check out the facilities. And by then, you'll probably have your grand opening.
Absolutely. Look forward to hosting you.
Okay. Let's give me a 10-second pitch on why people should check it out if they're say they're listening in Atlanta and you're open.
BottleBank is going to give people the opportunity to create experiences. Yep. They're going to walk into BottleBank, they're going to have a great time, and they're going to walk out and they're going to say, you know what? There's never been a bad night in that place.
There we go. Never been a bad night. That's how you go out. Drop the mic, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Great way to impress your friends. Cool. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Now, Forrest, thank you, man. It's been a pleasure on this end as well. Really, really appreciate your time and interest. Thank you so, so much.
You're welcome.
From Sauvignon to Merlot, we look for adventure at wineries around the globe. The best wine made in